View Road, Ruth can see everything stretched out below her. The water shining in the sound, and the traffic on 25A, cutting the village off from everywhere else. You can see the dividing lines, the different worlds of Highbone. Ruth lives on the other side, away from the beach and the bluffs and the old arts and crafts houses. When she looks down on Highbone from here, everything seems clear and inevitable. The divisions between herself and everyone else are just a part of the pattern of the world. In the fading light, it all looks as fixed and distant as the end of time. Sometimes lately, the veil over everything falls away and the meaning is suddenly obvious. Ruth's stomach lurches. She loses her breath and the world comes into a new kind of focus. For the first time, she doesn't need anyone else to see things for her. Turning onto Main Street, she comes up behind Isabel and Magda, heading towards Highbone Harbor in the almost dark. "My space goes two ways together, twilights forever," Ruth sings out behind them, and Isabel joins in without turning around. Ruth falls into her usual place, 3 steps behind. They're all way too old and way too cynical for jump rope songs, but this one is special. Isabel says it's actual poetry, whatever actual means. What about the girl who first made up that rhyme, though? Maybe 100 years ago. It's like she was describing them. Was her life just like theirs, if you leave out the details? Can't be denied. Those words fit the situation. The 3 of them pass by the weird mix of preppies and homeless people sprinkled around outside Flanagan's bar, and walk, singing, past the floating docks by the playground. They pass all the broken men returned from Vietnam, twitching and hallucinating on the benches at the bottom of Main Street. It's 4 years since the war really ended, but the human wreckage is still lying around everywhere. It doesn't match with the Rhode Island types in their sailboats, moored in the harbor, the picture postcard park and the Victorian shop fronts. Ruth watches from behind, dragging her old lace dress on the sidewalk, while Magda and Isabel move right through it all without paying attention. None of it is new. They see it most days. But to Ruth, it's impossible to ignore, impossible not to feel it all the time. 2 ways together, twilights forever. She waves at Lefty, on a bench reciting poetry into the air while his friend Robert looks for cigarette butts along the curb. Lefty waves back with his one whole arm, and Ruth follows Magda and Isabel behind the bushes at the back of the park. "This is the worst possible spot. We are so gonna get caught," Magda says. But even as she says it, she throws down her Army-Navy store backpack and sits on the grass. "The cops are too lazy to check back here," Isabel says. "Anyway, it's time for a bonfire. We all agreed. Safety valve. Escaping steam. Not exploding, that's the plan. You know that as well as I do, so what did you bring, Magda?" Magdalene reaches into her backpack, takes out a book, and hands it over to Isabel. "The New Eden, Mythopoesis and Westward Expansion?" Cool title. Isabel turns the book over. "And this book deeply offends you. Why? I'm not sure how I feel about book burning." Magdalene jabs a finger at the cover. "Read it." Oh. I kind of knew your dad wrote books, but I didn't know they were cool books. Mythopoesis? I love that word. Fuck you, Isabel. Okay, your dad's an asshole, I get it. No reason to be nasty. Remember our first bonfire? Yup, Magda says. It was at Fiddler's Cove. We made a fire at the beach, like normal people. That must have been before you turned into a crazy person and convinced us to start a fire in the park. That was only about 2 months after we met. Isabel lights a match for no reason, holding it up until it burns her fingers. After we met you, Isabel. I met Magda before I could talk. Ruth checks behind her and then lies down, closing her eyes so all she has to deal with is the sound of them. It's enough. I'm just saying, we weren't even halfway through 9th grade. Ruth was still in middle school. This is bonfire number 6. 6 in not even 2 years. I think they're getting more frequent. Does that mean...